Hey everybody, welcome to PPR Podcast number 211. My name is Rudy. The guy to my right is the star of the podcast, star of the PPR, Mr. Burt Grossman. Burt, it's history today.
It is.
We have our first three-time guest. Would you like to make introductions?
And I will not be the star today.
No, you won't. We might be talking to the most highest-rated quarterback in the country, right?
Mr. Julian Sayin, you'll remember from Carlsbad now at the National Championship Buckeyes.
Boy, you got a championship ring, dude. Congratulations on that, and thanks for doing this. What's the temperature right now in Columbus?
I think it's about 15 today. We were up at 5 a.m. for workouts, so it was pretty cold when I walked up to my car this morning.
Are you in a dorm room or is that an apartment?
I live in an apartment now. I lived in a dorm when I first got here for the first couple months, and then a lot of guys move off campus, so I'm off campus now. I live in an apartment.
What kind of car are you driving?
Just a Jeep.
A new Jeep?
Sure what year it is. It's not like crazy.
You let the kid be.
I'm just checking.
Jeez. Julian, thanks for doing this. Welcome back to the San Diego airwaves. Much has changed since PPR Podcast number 189, when at the time, I think, you were going to Alabama. We were talking about Nick Saban, this, that, and the other thing. And now you are sitting in Columbus, Ohio, with a championship ring on your finger. I don't know if it's showed up yet. Young man, do you sit back? How do you process all that? I mean, do you just kind of roll with it, or do you sit and stare off into space and say, whoa, this is pretty cool?
Yeah, it was a pretty wild couple of months when I first got to Alabama, and then I ended up transferring. But it was kind of toward that spring and summer, I was able to settle down, and I'm excited to be here. Couldn't have picked a better spot to be at in Columbus, and excited.
Hey, can I just follow up on that?
Of course.
Just because the Alabama thing unraveled with the decision from Nick Saban, how does that work? Do you get a phone call from Nick Saban saying, Julian, I got some bad news? Or are you reading about it like the rest of us, and then you just have to make all your decisions?
No, so I was with the team because I was out there I was with them for the Rose Bowl, and I was able to early enroll and be part of their stuff. So I was at the team meeting when he announced it. So I was kind of with the whole team when everybody was in shock.
And did you know right then that, okay, I'm going to be going someplace else?
No, I didn't know right then. I think I decided at maybe it was 8 days after, because they hired the new coach maybe a couple days after, and then I still took a few days to decide and met with them.
Hey, people used to ask me what's the harder transition, high school to college or college to pro, and I always thought the bigger one by a long shot was high school to college. Did you find the transition, I mean, the speed-wise and everything else, did you find that daunting, or did you pick it up pretty easily?
I think just figuring out kind of how everything works is a little bit different, but I don't think the speed was too much different for me, to be honest.
And the other, we had Chris Olave, Ohio State, on here a few months ago, and he was telling us about his first winter in Columbus, and he didn't have clothes, and he didn't have a jacket, and he's wearing like slides around. Did you have that problem?
It's not too bad, honestly. I haven't had any problems with it. I've been learning to drive in the snow a little bit, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's tricky. Turn into the slide, or turn into the.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Midwest, and I frequented Columbus, Ohio, covering the Badgers in Madison more than once, and I found that stadium to be what
the Horseshoe.
Yeah, I found it to be, well, because we were always losing 50-0. I found that stadium to be intimidating. How did you find that stadium to be?
I like it a lot. I mean, it's pretty cool. Something about it, it's always freezing cold in there. No matter if you're in like just something, I don't know, something about it. It's always cold in there. But I think it's maybe a little bit intimidating. It's pretty tall, but we have really good fans there, so it's fun.
But that's got it. Come on. I mean, you grow up in Carlsbad, and Columbus is not Carlsbad by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, do you like it there? Seriously?
I do like it. I mean, there's stuff to do. There's places to eat. I like where I live, and like my teammates, so it's good. So
what's a typical weekend for you there? Now that you're off season.
Saturdays I usually go in and work out and I'm mostly at the facility. We have a great facility, and there's a lot of stuff like recovery stuff and get a little field work in. And then Sunday I'm kind of just chilling at home, maybe going out and getting lunch with some teammates.
You're in for another big jump in fame pretty soon. But right now, when you're walking around campus, does everybody know who you are?
I don't think so. No, we have a pretty big school, so I wouldn't say that. I don't have too many in-person classes, so I'm not on campus in the classes too much, but I do have a couple. So.
I want to expand on it. So you do everything online?
I have last semester, I think I had one in person. This semester I have two, and then next semester I'll only have one, and my others are online. And we go to they have like a tutoring center we go to, and it's nice. They help us out.
I would hate that. So how do you?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
I wouldn't do it.
Well, I mean, not to sound creepy, but I will. I mean,
You want to see girls?
I always love going to class because you get to meet the girls.
I have a girlfriend,
okay.
But honestly, our football program, it's kind of just like the football facilities off campus, so it's kind of just football players, and we all kind of live in the same area, and it's off campus, so we kind of just going back and forth to the facility and back.
So the football program is its own little world?
I mean, a little bit, I would say.
Wow.
I think it's like that at a lot of programs, just because, it's not like. I don't know. I think it's just a little bit different.
Is your girlfriend from Carlsbad or Ohio?
Yeah, went to the same high school as me. Yep.
Oh, okay.
All right, so talk about it, man. I mean, first of all, look how much bigger he is.
You are bigger, Julian. You look like Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I mean, you were a young man, now you're a man. Talk a little bit about the transitions life is changing, both physically, mentally, and your future is looking as bright as it's ever looked. Could you talk? How do you maintain an even keel, if you will?
Yeah, I think we have I obviously have a good family support system, and then I think just our coaches and our players. It's I think a lot of the guys in our program were highly recruited guys, kind of from everywhere, and it's kind of easy to relate to them because we've all kind of been through the same thing, and our coaches do a really good job, and then our strength staff has done a really good job. I really appreciate Coach Mick, and yeah, I'm up to like 207, 208 now, so it's good.
Yeah.
I don't know how you stay focused these days. I mean, I read I think it was on Twitter a couple of months ago, and somebody was saying that people inside the building think you might be the best quarterback that ever played at Ohio State, just watching you. You see quarterbacks getting $5 million in the transfer portal now. You don't have to go to class. I mean, how do you stay focused and not look ahead and be like, oh, I'm going to start this year, we're going to win the national championship, and somebody's going to offer me $7 million. Will I leave? Will I stay? Do I see myself graduating here? How do you process all that at your age?
Yeah, I think you have to not read into the internet. I don't really read too much about what others are saying on the internet. And then again, like, I think a lot of the guys on our team we're all kind of normal guys, and we all, we go play video games together, we hang out, go get food together, go to the facility, work out. So it's kind of like that.
But you know what the freaky thing of this conversation is? He's a former NFL guy, the number 8 pick in the draft. I've worked in TV for 40 years, and you probably have the higher net worth.
Yeah, right now.
right now than the three of us.
Probably combined.
God bless. I'm not bitter. I'm just saying that's just unusual. Wow.
Again, how do you deal with it?
Because I don't think I could. Listen, we're different people, but I don't think I could be as mature about it as you are.
We would be drug addicts and drunks in the street by now if we had that kind of money your age.
And I would be driving more than a Jeep.
Yeah, me too.
So how do you stay? I'm going to ask the question again. Staying grounded. Is somebody chirping in your ear about that, or are you chirping in your own ear?
No, I feel like I'm chirping in my own ear. I think all the players here, we appreciate what NIL does for us, but it's not the end goal. You can't lose sight of the end goal, which is getting drafted. And so I think you kind of it's very nice to have because some guys on our team they grew up and they didn't have anything. So it's good, and we appreciate it. But I think you just have to keep the main thing the main thing.
How's it? I want to ask you, because you've been inside the program, and a lot of people don't give Ryan Day a lot of credit. Halfway through the year, they're calling for him to get fired. He turns it around, keeps it together, and then wins the national championship. How does that happen?
I don't know. I think we just we kind of all put it together throughout the year. I love Coach Day. Coach Day is a great coach. He's really just like a normal person. Really easy to talk to. Understands what everyone's going through. So I love him, and he's a great coach. And it was just awesome to see this year.
Who you like better, Ryan Day or Thad?
I don't know. Coach Mac's always got a special place in my heart, so I don't know.
Yeah, and I think you do in his. Again, I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up in the Big Ten, so I know there's this little rivalry you guys have with that team where the
Pitt. No.
the funky helmet. What's your first taste of the Michigan rivalry like, and could you speak to how real it is on campus there?
Yeah. I think we don't even say the name. We say the team up north. And I think it's definitely intense. And around campus during that week, all the M's are crossed out around campus like there's like red tape around them. And it's intense. And yeah.
What was what's Carlsbad's big rivalry? LCC? What was your
Mission
big
Hills?
What was your
probably LCC, Rotary Cup?
So does it surpass the Rotary Cup experience?
Yeah, I think so. I think it does.
Hey, how's it? So I know you probably haven't got your rings yet, but when you do get your ring, will you wear it around, or is it just something you put in the up on the plaque somewhere, or put it on your dresser? Or would you wear it every day?
I'm not gonna wear it every day. It was awesome to see, but I didn't play very much, and what's it called? I'm extremely grateful to be a part of that season. But it's definitely something that's going to be in my I don't know. I'll probably have some sort of collection.
All right, but let's fast forward to when you're actually playing in that big game, and if you're so fortunate enough to earn a ring while in a game that you had a significant role in, does that change your idea about how much jewelry you're going to wear?
Maybe. We gotta get through game one first. We got Texas at home game, so we gotta get through that one.
Those rings are so gaudy and big now, you can't even wear them anymore.
Yeah, but it's
not that I ever got one. I don't wear my blue bonnet bowl ring around a lot. 1987 blue bonnet bowl ring.
Well, what
I have it, but I should wear it.
They gave you that in a box of Cracker Jacks. Julian, describe your come to Jesus moment when you said, "Oh, this is a bigger league now." Have you been hit hard yet, or do they let quarterbacks get hit at all? Have you had the moment where, oh, this is a little bit different than what I'm used to?
I think just our defense was really good last year. So I think in spring ball and fall camp, I was able to play against our starting defense a couple times, and they're pretty good. And a lot of those guys are going to be top draft picks this year. So it was I think kind of just that whole experience played against our ones defense this past spring ball and fall camp.
Hey, I want to go back real quick to when Saban said he was leaving. Do you know immediately you're going to go to Ohio State, or did it open up for 5 or 6 other teams and maybe you wanted to think about, or was it immediate Ohio State?
I don't think I immediately knew Ohio State. When I went in, that was kind of just one of the teams that I had a lot of interest in, just because of how good they were at the quarterback development area, with Coach Day, and then they had C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, all those guys. So I think that was kind of one of the things that stuck out to me when I went in.
You're not going to be running like those two guys, are you?
I don't think so. Not as much. But
right.
Also there's some really good receivers here. So
they should come out here more often. They got Olave, and now they got him. They're doing pretty well out here in San Diego.
Yeah, this is big business now. I mean, and you've always been a composed kid, but there's an air of seriousness about you now. Are you still? Is it still fun, or is it?
He's always been serious.
I know, I get that, and I appreciate that about you, Julian. But Is it still fun to play football?
Yeah, definitely. It's my favorite part. It's the best. I love going out there. Just throwing touchdowns is probably one of the best things in the world. Just to be with your teammates, and just so much camaraderie within the team. It's I love it.
Yeah, that's weird because the thing that ruined football, not ruined, but I didn't like it anymore, is when you start getting paid and it starts to become a business. And back then we didn't get paid in college up front, under the table we did.
Yeah.
But, so it was still fun in college, but it wasn't really fun in the pros anymore. So that's interesting. Now you guys are making money that you still like it in college. But I wasn't as serious.
So tell us about it. I mean, what map out. So now you're waiting for spring ball, and is at this point in the year, is there a depth chart?
There's not right now. We're just in winter workouts right now, and then we'll have spring ball coming up. I think late March, and then we'll have a little bit of summer, and then we'll have fall camp. So there's not a depth chart right now. Still competing.
So, but all right, let me ask an indelicate question. In your mind, are you now the reigning #1 quarterback in Columbus, or are there upperclassmen that are still technically ahead of you at this hour?
No, there's no one technically ahead of me. I feel like in my mind, you have to prepare that way every day. That you're the starter, and you have to walk in the building like you're the starter with the confidence. So that's what I'm doing.
So how many 5-star quarterbacks are coming in from high school for Ohio State this year?
We have one, and then we only have a 3-person room this year. So we have one from high school, and then we have a quarterback that's a year older than me.
Oh, you only have 3 quarterbacks in your room this year?
Yeah.
At this hour, does that change, or is that?
That's what we have right now. I mean, we might maybe add one in the summer, but it might. I don't know if it's going to be a scholarship. I don't know.
Well, but the portal's changed all that. Back in the day, you could hoard as many great players as you want and keep them on the roster, and they didn't have options to go elsewhere. But the portal now, nobody can stock 8 players at one position, right?
The portal will open again after spring ball.
So if you could do it all over again, let's go back to signing day. You could do it all over again. You still choose Ohio State? You like it that much?
Yeah, I love it here.
That's crazy. I thought you would hate it with the weather.
People in the building, the tradition here, I love it.
Yeah, it must be a great culture because every time a kid from California goes back east, I'm like, they're going to hate it back there. And they seem to not hate it ever.
I'll tell you what, having walked the campus more than once, it's a pretty impressive place. And then it's, not only is it an impressive place, but you're part of kind of football folklore, are you not? I mean, it's a legendary place, I guess is what I want to say.
Yes. It's crazy because the city of Columbus, it has 1 million people, and we're the biggest game in town. Like we have a couple professional like soccer and hockey teams, but Ohio State football is legendary here. So I think it's pretty cool.
And are you a Bengals fan now, or what are you?
No, I'm still Chargers.
What?
All the way.
So
even though they left San Diego, all the way, still Chargers.
So how do you fit in? You got game Saturday. How do you fit in watching PPR Friday nights from back there?
Yeah. Are you gonna?
I know
it's
you
hard
tune
to
us
stay
in.
up. I can't stay up to watch it. I was watching some Carlsbad games this year, but I could only watch the first half because when we would probably get like bed check around like 8:30 or 9 because you stay in a hotel the night before the game, even if it's home. So you'll stay in the hotel, and I would usually watch it on my phone for about maybe like the first half, maybe till third quarter.
Well, I mean, because that's the question I want to get to here is, could you talk about how the experience of winning the most coveted high school football trophy in the history of the game, how that has shaped and has helped launch the rest of your success? Could you talk about the Silver Pigskin and the springboard it provided you? Because let's face it, you were unknown until you got your name on our trophy. Could you talk a little bit about how that experience has helped you in future experiences?
Yeah, it was awesome to win that in high school. I think it's the high school equivalent of like the Heisman. So I think it's awesome, and was really excited for that opportunity. And being at Carlsbad, my experience there, it was second to none. I mean, being with Coach Mack, Love that program, and so much gratitude for them.
You know, at this hour, only Reggie Bush has both the Heisman and the Silver Pigskin Trophy. You could be the second person. What would that mean?
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Which would be displayed more prominently.
Well, come on. You would put the Silver Pigskin up front, right?
Yeah, yeah, you got to.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Somehow I don't believe him. So, hey, another Elite 11 quarterback out of San Diego is going to Oregon. What would be your advice to a Keeley who, like you, is already on, he's on campus and he's just a little bit behind you as far as the timeline is concerned. But still, if you could talk to a Keeley, what would that conversation go like?
Yeah, I think when you go into a new facility, a new building, I think being someone who is who's great to everyone is important. Being able to talk to everyone, building relationships with everyone in the building is important when you're walking into a new team, a new facility. So everyone has good things to say about you.
Hey, I always wonder this one too, because I see it on social media all the time. You guys have like your training table where you have separate meals, right? Every day?
Yeah.
And is it 3 meals and just the football players?
So we have, in our facility, we have like an upstairs where we go eat, and it's usually 2 meals in the spring because we'll have like our day's done by like 2:00. Like they're not going to serve dinner if nobody's there. So it's usually breakfast and lunch, and then in the fall it's usually breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Man, they get meals, they get pay, they get.
Dude, life is good.
Yeah, it is. We appreciate them, definitely.
Yeah. So, all right. So there's, we're going to throw this up on. We're probably not going to post this until Monday, Julian. But when we start posting it, I guarantee you, every young quarterback in San Diego is going to be watching, and they're going to be listening, and they're going to want to emulate the success you're having. What do you say to them?
I think just you got to just keep your passion for the game. I think about me in high school. I loved to go throw. I loved to go just be part of the guys. Go out and grade the receivers and go throw routes with them. Just be part of that. And I think it's really important.
I only told him we're going to keep him 20 minutes. You're already over.
Can I ask one more?
Yeah, you're good.
Are you up against? You got to go anywhere?
No, I'm all good.
All right, the transition from West Coast to Midwest. Biggest surprise thing you got teased about the most?
I haven't really gotten teased too much about it. People will just they just say like California guy, but I haven't really gotten teased about it. I'd say the weather's crazy change. I mean, you live in Carlsbad, it's never below 40. It's pretty crazy.
Hey, did you pick up any hobbies like hunting or anything like that?
Come on, when's he gonna? Yeah, he's
What are you talking about? Hunting's big in Ohio.
Can't you see the orange vest in the back? He's a duck hunter now.
No,
Maybe
I
go
play
deer
pickleball. Pickleball's gone across the country now. I play pickleball in California and I play here.
No, pickleball. Come on.
Hey, before we let you
I
go,
love pickleball. It's fun.
Can you play? Are you any good?
All right, it's pretty fun. Not a competitive player, but I can play.
You can move, right? I mean, you got some
Yeah.
ability. Julian, last question. Your brother. What's been his reaction to your success?
Yeah, me and my brother are really close. He was just out here recently. He finished up his season, and I'm excited for what's in his future. And we're just really close. And he's been a big support system for me.
And does the family come out? I mean, will they be coming out for every game?
Yeah, the family's here at mostly every game, I think. Yeah, they've been here for every game. They'll be here for the first game this one. So.
Well, that's cool. Young man, I can't tell you how grateful I am that you would even take Burt's call.
It was a text.
Well, I tried not to bother you this whole time, and because I know there's going to be a favor I'm going to need down the stretch, and I'm going to save it for that one big moment. But Julian, it really means a ton that you would treat the old show and the old gang with your time. It's greatly appreciated, and I wish you nothing but success. I'm going to root for you even when you're playing Wisconsin.
Oh.
Appreciate that. Thank you guys for having me on.
Yeah, and I say that in all sincerity, and I love the Badgers because
What about when he goes pro and he's playing the Vikings?
We'll address that issue. Maybe the Vikings draft.
Maybe I play for them. That'd be cool.
Yeah. But I just want you to know I'm forever in your corner because you have been in ours, and I know life is going to change, this, that, and the other thing. But right now, I'm eternally grateful, and I just wish you health and happiness. And thanks for doing this, and we'll hit you up again in about 4 months.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Julian Sayin, everybody.
Thank you, Julian.
Turn off the machines. Thanks, Julian.